On behalf of Mary Greeley Hospice and our entire hospice team, I would like to welcome each of you to our 2020 Tree of Love Memorial Service. My name is Mike Willer, and I am the Hospice Bereavement Coordinator. So I've had the honor to follow up with many of you, whether it be by phone or mail. I wish this year's Tree of Love would have been in person, like other years, but for safety reasons, it was moved to a virtual event. We have prepared a program for you today to serve as a special tribute to each of your loved ones. I want you to know that we consider it a great privilege to have cared for your loved ones. We also are honored to remain in touch and contact with each of you, their loved ones, as you walk your grief journey.
Hi, I'm Pat, and I'm the volunteer coordinator with Mary Greeley Hospice, and I'd like to read a poem entitled We Remember Them by Sylvan Kamens and Rabbi Jack Reimer. At the rising sun and at its going down, we remember them. At the blowing of the wind and in the chill of the winter, we remember them. At the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of the spring, we remember them. At the blueness of the skies and in the warmth of the summer, we remember them. At the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of the autumn, we remember them. At the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. As long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have decisions that are difficult to make, we remember them. When we have joy we crave to share, we remember them. When we have achievements that are based on theirs, we remember them. For as long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them.
Hi, I'm Wendy. I'm the music therapist for Mary Greeley Hospice. I'm glad you're all with us today. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when I feel I've lost my way, then I go inside and quiet my mind. I can hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. It's a love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love.
Today, as we remember your loved ones, we want to celebrate their memories, the events in time, characteristics, traits, and phrases they used or habits they had, which, although they may be gone, will stay with you the rest of your lives. For some of you, this coming holiday season will be a first. It will be the first holiday without your loved one. You will need to consider what traditions will continue and those that you will begin anew. You will be deciding how to honor your loved one, developing a plan to meet those goals, and then seeing that plan through. Along the way, well-intentioned people will be giving you advice on how to handle your mourning. Some of that advice you will find helpful, and some not so much. Remember, grief is unique to each person. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to grieving. It's not a linear process that people travel in a given amount of time. The author and speaker Megan Devine reminds us, grief is not a problem to be solved. It isn't wrong, and it can't be fixed. It isn't an illness to be cured. Your grieving, and more importantly, the way you mourn the loss of a loved one, is based on your own personal experiences. That's why some memories will make you smile and laugh, while others will make you cry. Grieving is not about moving past your relationship or forgetting the person that you've lost. It is, instead, the process of figuring out how you will take those personal experiences of remembering your loved one and incorporate them into your life moving forward. This will not be an easy thing to do. It takes time. It may require trial and error. You will have good days and you will have bad days. Remember that it is all right to have those good days and bad days as you try to figure this out. Later, Yvonne, one of our social workers, will be talking about the need to develop a good support network. That's important because grieving can be emotionally draining and overwhelming at times. As you remember your loved one in the upcoming holiday season, may you find comfort in their memories you shared and be thankful for the time that you enjoyed with each other. May you navigate through your grief knowing that you are not alone.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I wish we all could be together, but that's just not possible. But please know that we're all thinking about you. I'm Amy, one of the social workers with Mary Greeley Hospice, and today I will be sharing with you All Is Well, a poem by Henry Scott Holland. Death is nothing at all. I have only slipped into the next room. I am I, and you are you. Whatever we were to each other, that we are still. Call me by my old familiar name. Speak to me in the easy way which you always used. Put no difference in your tone. Wear no forced air of solemnity or sorrow. Laugh as we always laughed at the little jokes we enjoyed together. Play, smile, think of me, pray for me. Let my name be ever the household word that it always was. Let it be spoken without effect, without the trace of shadow on it. Life means all that it ever meant. It is the same as it ever was. There is unbroken continuity. Why should I be out of mind because I am out of sight? I am waiting for you, for an interval somewhere very near, just around the corner. All is well. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Yvonne Fitzgerald, and I'm a social worker with Mary Greeley Hospice. What I'm going to talk to you about today is one of the most important things that we do in hospice, which is support, and how to obtain support when you're in grief. As people are social distancing, we in hospice have experienced a challenge of helping people with their grief. Probably the most effective tool we had prior to COVID was the in-person support we provided, whether it be individually or in groups. The groups provided companionship and the opportunity to be with others who have had the same experience of somebody they love died. There was sort of a structure to this group, a guide. There was a beginning and an end. Today you'll need to look for support options, which may be family, friends, possibly neighbors, and maybe even your physician. The difficult thing about this is reaching out and even knowing where to begin without feeling you are inconveniencing someone. I can tell you there are people out there in your life that are just waiting for you to ask for support. They're just as hesitant about asking how they can help as you may be in asking for help. One of the things I can't emphasize enough is the gift someone gives when they accept the help of another. I'd venture to say that each one of you have felt great reward helping or doing something for someone else when they were in need. Yet we are reticent to ask for help we readily would give to someone else. The first and hardest step is asking for that help. Today, asking for help may need to be more intentional, seeking out someone you trust, someone you feel comfortable and safe with. Knowing when to ask for help or support is the lion's share of the decisions to ask for help. I will ask people, are you sleeping? Are you eating? Is your sadness interfering with your day-to-day functioning? Although these are normal reactions to loss, when they continue long after the loss, they may need to be addressed by seeking out support. Sometimes it may be with your physician who you can talk to about your physical reaction to loss. Another tool I've learned for myself in this time of social distancing is FaceTiming, or some other means to be present with somebody even though you're not in the same room. Seeing the response facially is the feedback we all need to know we have been heard and understood. When I first started to think about this presentation, I went to websites about grief, and there are so many it would take me 2 lifetimes to read them all. I would suggest you look up Hamilton's Academy for Grief. There you'll find many articles that are helpful in understanding what you're experiencing and tools to find a place for your grief as time goes on. If you look up funeral home websites, they all have information about grief and bereavement that I have found very helpful. There's also a website called 365 Days of Healing, which will send emails daily with messages of healing and hope. Sesame Street has some short vignettes for children and talking to children about grief. 2 such vignettes are When Families Grieve and Children and Grief. Of the local funeral homes I have called, I learned that Stevens Memorial is planning on returning to their Widows and Widowers group in October. What I have talked about is only the tip of the iceberg of what information is out there. Finally, please remember Mary Greeley Medical Center's hospice has our designated bereavement coordinator, who is only a phone call away. The service is not only offered to those who have experienced a loss with Mary Greeley Medical Center's hospice, it's also open to the members of the community. If you know someone who seems to be struggling, please guide them in our direction. Our support is virtual at this time, and we are looking at a WebEx group which will begin in November. You can reach our coordinator, Mike Willer, by calling 515-956-6038. Just ask for Mike. Sometimes we need to give ourselves permission and time to work through the experience of loss. Be gentle on yourself. Reaching out for support may make the healing time more meaningful if you share it with others. Thank you.
Shadows are falling and I'm running out of breath. Keep me in your heart for a while. If I leave you, it doesn't mean I love you any less. Keep me in your heart for a while. When you wake up in the morning and you see that crazy sun, keep me in your heart for a while. There's a train leaving nightly cold when all is said and done. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha la 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 lo. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha la 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 lo. Keep me in your I'm tied to you like the buttons on your blouse. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha la 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 lo. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha la 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 lo. Keep me in your heart for a while. Hold me in your thoughts. Take me to your dreams. Touch me as I fall into view. When the winter comes, keep the fires lit, and I will be right next to you. Engine drivers headed north to Pleasant Street. Keep me in your heart for a while. These wheels keep turning, but they're running out of steam. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha la 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 lo. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha la 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 lo. Keep me in your heart for a while. Keep me in your heart for a while. Keep me in your heart for a while.
Hello, I'm Catherine. I'm a chaplain here at Mary Greeley, and I thank you for spending time with us today. We prepare now to conclude this time together with the weight of our grief lifted a little as we have shared the burden of our loss today, even as that sharing has been done virtually. Stars continue to shine in the sky, even during these days of great challenge and diminished daylight. May they also shed light on the memories embedded forever in our hearts of loved ones who have moved on ahead of us. Whether you find your spirit encouraged today with the promise of new dawn, or saddened by the persisting shadows that lengthen at dusk, the tree of love planted in your heart from a life shared with one now gone just from our sight continues to stand strong, holding leaves of many colors as we move forward through the seasons yet before us, one day, one step at a time. As we bid farewell, may the Holy and Eternal One continue giving you comfort and peace, light and joy, this day and all days, dawn through dusk. Bless you. Amen.